Hi, my name is Olivia Bolia. I am the PML officer at CNV International. CNV International wanted to join this peer learning network to strengthen the development and the growth of the Fair Work Monitor. It's a powerful tool that empowers local trade unions to amplify workers' voice. They do this through surveys on the labor conditions. We believe data empowers trade unions in their negotiations, for example, with organizations such as employers' organizations, governments, and data equips local trade unions to conduct data-driven dialogue. They can use this data to show the reality on the ground, what the real working conditions are, and to strengthen negotiations on improving labor rights such as living wage and safer working conditions. We've had success for the Fair Work Monitor, including the living wage in the Bosucro standard within the sugarcane industry in Latin America. Trade unions have also used the data-driven dialogue in the mining sector in Latin America and in the textile sector in Cambodia. The experience of meeting live with ODI and the Peer Learning Network in Bangkok was fantastic in the sense that it allowed us face-to-face collaboration. It enabled furthering of some of the ideas that we had already thought about and discussed in previous online sessions. Out of it, CNV International has collaborated with WikiRate to see how we can join forces on the data that WikiRate uses together with the data that we collect through the Fair Work Monitor to see how we can further the impact that this data has. As WikiRate has information or data from the side of the brands, and Fair Work Monitor collects data through workers. So that was really nice. First result of the Peer Learning Network and was enabled through the Bangkok meeting.